Hello, Star Wars unboxing fans. Welcome to another episode of Darth Tuba Star Wars Unboxing Show. I'm your host, Darth Tuba, with my new Chewbacca. Look at that, my Chewbacca of the Week shirt, which I am probably going to. This is a design that was designed by my daughter, professional illustrator, and I said, I love the little trophy that I get from Star Wars Daddy, and I want to continue using this. But I thought, you know what? I have a little smaller one. And I think this should be like the coveted, 2-time or 3-time, or maybe Chewbacca, the spender of the month, or something like that. So we have these little magnets, as I mentioned in the last episode, that we're going to maybe start off as the first prize for the Chewbacca of the week. And I decided to get a shirt like this. However, I will say that if you really, really want it, you'll find it on my TeePublic store. So you can just do a link and purchase it. But maybe I'll start making some purchases myself and sending them maybe magnets, maybe buttons, maybe other little items to send to Chewbacca winners, particularly those that win like a lot on my show. So I am a Star Wars, for those that don't know this, I am a Star Wars collector, Star Wars fan, collector since the first movie came out when I was 5. And I have been collecting Star Wars. As you can see, this is only one little sliver. Right here is maybe this much of a slice of a pie that is my collection. But I have been, over the course of the last few years, been thinning it out. I've been kind of selling some stuff off. And while I love all Star Wars, I love the prequel, sequel, TV shows, original trilogy, holiday special, everything. I, as a collector, have been gravitating more to the original trilogy because that's when I played with the toys as a kid. So as a result, I am trying to find those little hidden gems, those little fill in the gaps in the collection, as I say. And to do that, I need to do some buying and selling to help have the collection, pay for the collection. So I have a nice little pile here of boxes. These are items that I have purchased mainly for the purposes of selling on the Whatnot platform. I run a Whatnot show. My handle there is Darth Tuba 77. Really easy to remember. Pretty much the same as here. And I work really hard to run 1 or 2 shows a week. Sometimes the shows are focused on vintage toys, and sometimes they focus on modern toys. And I like to share my journey with you, and these are going to be items that I'm going to unbox so you can see what will be coming out. So if you're someone who's interested in making your own, working on building up your own collection, and you want to see if there's anything here that you'd like to do, I generally try to get these videos out a week before they go on the sale. Sometimes that doesn't happen. Okay, that's in full disclosure. Sometimes there's just an item in there that I have someone, maybe they reach out and do you have any of this? Do you have any of that? Like live while I'm on the show and I see it at my feed. I'm like, well, yeah, I do. And that happens. But I do try to put these away and get them ready for the following week. Okay, so so basically the way this channel works, I run Whatnot shout out shows. So if you participate in Whatnot and you make a purchase on my channel, on my show there, I will give you a shout out here. And I will show the world what you purchased and what you paid for it. And if you are the Chewbacca of the week, I give you huge props and credit for that. And then midweek, I do the unboxings, like you see here. Towards the end of the week, I deal with any kind of odd things, different things, interesting things that might have happened that week. Like I have a flea market hunt video that I'm putting out. If I go to a toy show, I put that out. And there is one thing, and I mentioned it on a previous channel, previous episodes. There is a potential. I've been doing some Facebook Marketplace sales, meaning I've been purchasing collections on Facebook Marketplace. Not huge, little ones here. In fact, one of them is here, and I'll show it to you. In fact, you'll see on this journey eventually me getting these. But there's one that I'm not going to mention anything else about it, on all of them to say it's a pretty big financial commitment. I mean, nothing. We're not talking like a car or something, the same value of a car. No, but not $10, not $100, something higher than that. And there's some good stuff in there, but I wanted to wait until I got a couple of more sales in, so I got more money coming in to the account, so I can, because it's going to take some money out of it. So I want to at least kind of beef it up. So I asked them if we could just pause for a couple of days until I get my sales done. But I did tell the seller that if someone else comes and gives you an offer, take it. Don't worry about me. I probably should not have said that because I can't imagine that these items are going to stay there for very long. So I will send that out on a separate video and update you on how that goes. But that's okay. I've always learned if it doesn't work out, you know what? It's fine because there's always another sale. And that's what I've learned. So let's get going with this unboxing. So I'll switch the camera around so you can have a good look at what I'm doing. Okay, and again, I apologize for all the coughing, but I've been still getting over a cold, and that's just been, part of it. This is a very light box. This is from Vintage Toy World, and I don't. Sometimes I get on their show and I make like tons and tons of purchases. This one, it looks like I just made 3 purchases, so I'm not exactly sure what they are because a lot of these are random picks. So, oh yeah, okay. Actually, this is a good one. We have got a. Oh, I think this might have been a win. Let me double check. Wait a minute. Oh, maybe not. Okay. So we have a. Let's see if I can get it in front of the. We have a Jedi Luke blaster, which, I'm probably going to just end up running. We've got a complete Greedo blaster, which I'll probably end up separating. There it is. And we have a Stormtrooper, which I will. It's actually a very good Stormtrooper. All right, so thank you, Vintage Toy World. Again, I've gushed about them quite a bit. They are amazing, and I highly recommend checking out their channel. Now, this is actually what came out of a marketplace sale. Okay, so I'm going to show you that. Now, first thing is we've got some accessories. All right, now these 4 are pretty, the Blue Blaster, the Hoth Trooper, and the 2 Vibro Blades, right? But then we have this one, which looks, at first glance, it looks like it's the IG-88 one, but it's black. So, and I don't think it's fake. I just don't think it is a Star Wars one. So I'm going to look it up and see what it is. And if it's a G.I. Joe or something like that, that's fine. I will sell that. All right. Now, the figures themselves, they're okay. The paint on Han is not that great on his legs. So, unfortunately, that's kind of more of a beater. 8D8 is pretty good. He's got a little bit of smudging on his back, on his head in the back, but overall he's pretty good. Gamorrean Guard actually is he's very good actually. It looks like he doesn't really even have a lot of wear and tear on his horns there, which is good. Pretty nice white snowtrooper. We have a nice Bausch figure, and I believe that did come in fact with a helmet. And it's got a little bit of fading on the corner, but overall it's a pretty good helmet. Speaking of that, we also have a Lando. Whoops. He does have a little hair loss there. He needs a little Rogaine. But he does in fact include the helmet as well. And again, I'll separate these out and sell them separate. And don't you lose your helmet. Don't lose your head. And then we have a nice Weequay, good paint on the hands, which is where the helmet tends to get a little bad shape. But the other nice thing about this was we got some card backs. And they're a little some, they're all, this one's banged up, it's missing the Gamorrean Guard thing, but run them. I might run them separately. The ones that are kind of, this one's missing its pop. Yeah, this one is actually decent. It's pretty clean on the back and it's unpunched. So I might run this separate. This one is also unpunched, although it's missing its pop. This one's punched, but it's pretty clean and it doesn't miss the pop. So I might run the ones like that, the ones that are a little cleaner looking, separately. Let's see what happens. If there's no interest, there's no interest. I'll put them with the figures, There we go. All right, so we got a couple things there. All right, next up, we got this item. This is a Florida Man purchase, I believe. And I think we're looking at some modern stuff because he's been. Oh no, maybe not. No, apparently not. Oh, okay. Well, a little bit of it. Yes, we have a episode 1 Chancellor Valorm, played by the great Terrence Stamp. Oh yeah, that's right. I think I won this. Yep, we have a carded B-Wing pilot. I do believe this was I think this was a win. Couldn't remember if I won this on his channel or on another channel. But yeah, it's a little beat up, but it's not terrible. It's got the KB sticker on it. So I will definitely be running that in a future show. All right, make sure. It looks like we have a little. Just want to make sure there's nothing else in here. All right. So we got a we've got a little box. Now I don't know what's in here. If he puts something separate, sometimes he likes to send me little treats and surprises. Oh wow! Oh yeah, no, these are just part of the wins. Okay, we got a Hoth Rebel Commander. Got a really bluey blue Max Rebo. Got another Greedo figure. Okay, and I think that's it. All right, so that is cool. Although that might be extra. I'm not sure if that was part of it or not. I think. Oh yeah, those were picks. That's right. Okay, cool. So there we go. All right, so we got a couple modern. Got a couple, to put in the modern pile. Okay. Let's open up this one. This looks like I believe it's from. I think it's from an auction. It's addressed just to me, so this was not. Oh no. I don't know why this is. I ordered some of this from the postal service. Just didn't say from the postal service, which was weird. All right, sorry about that. But I do use that to help pack. This is from an auction, and we'll see. There are other items coming. This one is this one vintage or modern? This is actually okay. This one I'm very curious about. Oh my. Okay. Does these just peel off? No, they don't. Okay. I'm going to have to be careful here, guys. There we go. I'm just going to make sure that this is all right. Oh, I thought this was something else. Okay. These are some modern figures. Wow, these people really went out of their way to pack. Wow, okay. Why would, I thought there's something else I was expecting. It has not arrived yet. These are nothing against Power of the Force, but no, they're actually decent shape. All right, but yeah, I think this was just an eBay sale of a bunch of these, and I think I made an offer, and they countered, and we went back and forth a little bit, and it's hard because I believe we're starting to see kind of a renaissance with these figures. I think we're seeing a genuine interest in people getting nostalgic for these specific figures, because I have noticed people bidding on them and whatnot. So it's an interesting development. So I am very curious as to how this will progress over the next couple of years as we get more and more into people. Yeah, there we go, man. Yak face. For some, this is the only yak face they can afford. So I'm very curious to see where that goes, because I know that these are mass produced. They'll never be of the same. They'll never get to the level that the original trilogy figures from the 70s and 80s will get. And they also did this thing where they were all kind of beefed up a little bit. They were like, they all went to the gym, which I know, and that was a popular thing with the whole like He-Man figures. I think they were just trying to capitalize on that, but that's not how the characters looked, So I always, I think they within a year or two they were getting it back to the more proper size, and even by the time we see that they're slowly getting back into there. It's still a little muscular there, but I think 2 more. Okay, 2 more. So I just picked up a huge auction win that thankfully did not need to be shipped. But oh my gosh, the shipping on these things. Do 1D. So these might go. I'm running a modern show tomorrow, guys. In full disclosure, these guys might end up being there, but I have some more modern coming. So probably these same characters. So okay, and then a Hoth Rebel Trooper. All right, cool. And I think that is it. Okay, so we got some modern, we got some vintage. Add it to the pile, and we'll get it into the next show. So at the time of this recording, I do plan on doing shows at the end of this week, which would be the 22nd of May and the 24th of May. Now, full disclosure, Mandalorian Grogu is coming out this week. I am going to see it Thursday. I am going to probably see it on Saturday, and I'm definitely seeing it on Monday. I have 3 separate viewings that I'm planning to do. So because of that, I'm excited, but it's just, I'm also kind of like, I got to make sure that I get my show ready and everything else. So it's going to be a very interesting weekend putting all this around, but it's okay. We're getting into the summer months. Things are starting to wind down. So I'm looking forward to that. Also, in addition to my twice a week whatnots that I do, I am planning another yard sale, another Star Wars sale. It's coming. Oh, it's going to happen, folks. It's going to happen. It's going to be June 26th, 7th, 8th, and 9th here in my backyard. And I have a whole garage filled still to the brim with Star Wars stuff that I haven't even, I think maybe 3 times this entire year I dipped into a box to put out for selling. And frankly, it's been hit or miss, so I haven't really wanted to go and do that. So there's still plenty of stuff there. Now, will a sale happen in 2027? I don't know. We'll see. I think the only way that's going to happen is if I really start bringing my own stuff in, because that was what happened originally. I was just bringing my own parts of my collection out there to sell. But the reality is that, I don't know if there's people that are interested in that, because it seemed like people were more, I gotta tell you, people were more interested in things like my stickers and my magnets and my buttons, the things that I made, than they were in the stuff that I was selling. So who knows? And there's a lot of people that come, like yard sale people that come to try to flip it. They'll buy a bunch of stuff off a table just to take it and sell somewhere else. So we'll have to wait and see. But I'm definitely doing it this year. So, if you are in the tri-state, New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania area, or lower Connecticut, plan to come and meet me. So I met some of you. I met people that started watching my channel and then came to my show, which is really, really cool. So thanks so much for watching, guys. And my apologies for my coughing. It's just been a thing. I'm feeling better, but it's hanging on a little bit. And I think it just gets aggravated by talking. So, and I do the most talking on video, so that's why. But like, subscribe, hit the notification, check it out. So you tell the YouTube algorithm you want this kind of content. Leave comments. I'll answer every single one, or at least react to every single one. And I appreciate those that do leave comments almost on every video basis. You're awesome. Thank you so much for doing that. And again, as I said, whatnot shout out videos usually go out early of the week. Unboxings like this go out middle of the week. And extra weird things like toy hunts and flea market hunts and stuff like that go out towards the end of the week. And then I do my Whatnot shows typically on Friday nights at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard and Sunday 2 p.m. Eastern Standard. So thank you so much, guys. See you in the next video. Until then, may the Force and the toys be with you.